All right. So I want to talk about this. I feel like this is something I should bring up. This kind of is going to be pretty similar to my video on being angry. Um, all my life, like dealing with anger issues and stuff. I don't know if I can't remember if I talked about it in that video, but maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But I want to talk about, you know, being stressed out. Um, Slash my experience being stressed out, right? So I feel like everybody, obviously, everybody in their lives are stressed out, right? They get stressed out due to different circumstances and whatnot all the time on a regular basis. Everyone gets stressed out. I don't want to make this video saying or being like I'm the only person in the world. Feel bad for me because I'm stressed. No, I just want to talk about my stress and like what's my experience being stressed. So my stress and my anxiety and a lot of that stuff and a lot of my anger and a lot of all that other sort of stuff, that stuff usually stems from my rage. Like for example, I start getting a little scared, which leads to me being stressed, which leads to me quickly being angry, or at least being angry into being stressed, and then whatnot, right? And I feel like the main reason why I am stressed out all the time is because I am doing everything that I do all the time. Like, for example, live streaming videos, live streaming gameplays, live streaming, or just even playing off stream. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, me playing a video game is like the biggest source, I feel like, for my stress. And then whatever the said video game is amplifies that stress tenfold. So, for example, I just got done with Tekken, and I had so many people watch me, like, not Lucas, but there's other people, right, that were watching me play, watching me talk about it, watching me do this, watching me do that, right? But I noticed, like, the moment I whipped up, let's say, Tekken, let's use Tekken as an example right now. I whipped that game up, and I go online, and all I feel is stress and anxiety rushing to me, mid-match, because my energy levels shoot up through the roof. And, there is no sense of control over anything after my energy goes through the roof. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a winning slash, well, not winning, losing battle, but it's kind of like a battle with me. Every game stresses me out. And I've always sat down and had conversations to myself about my stress levels, why do I stress out all the time, and what should I do to avoid being, no, I'm not a gangster, being stressed all the time. GG Gaming, hey, my cousin loves your channel. Can you say hello? Oh my God. GG Gaming, you're funny. Wait, but if that's his actual name, then I will say it. But I don't know, because sometimes it can be a joke, and then other times, it's not a joke. I don't know if it is or isn't a joke. Because I know there's a lot of YouTubers who fell for that shit, and they said something, like, inappropriate, like, K-N-E, like, knee, and then, guh. So it's kind of like a spin on the word nigga, you know what I mean? But, you look like Dora. Okay. I guess. Hey, Gurudu, you can tell me something. What's up? But, what I was gonna say, oh my God. For real. Get AVS. What is AVS? I don't know what AVS is. Hi. That's his actual name, I promise. It's not pronounced the way you think it is. It's a little different. Oh, well, tell me how you pronounce it, so I don't, like, fuck it up. Because I feel like I am going to fuck it up. Get abs. Oh, be careful? Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, well, what's up? Joe Raja. Weren't you on Toast Zero? Weren't you on Toast Zero? Toast Zero? Yeah, I mean, at one point I was on his page / his YouTube stuff. Young Toast, if that's what you're talking about. That other Bleach Bristol YouTuber. Where are you from? From America. Hi, do you know Gma? No, I do not. You look like the Weekend, sup basketball person, sup Toast Zero. No, then I don't know. But anyways, back to what I was saying about stress, right? I feel like, again, a lot of my stress comes from what I play, and since I do it, like, literally every day without a break, you Janus. You Janus? Your face is sick? I don't know if that's an insult. I don't know. But okay. Hi, Lisa Anderson. What's up? Messi or Ronaldo? I get a lot of people who ask me about that. But what's up, bro? How you doing? Thank you for watching me. I appreciate it. I like the stash. It works. Thanks. Appreciate that. Hello, Mario. I knew I was going to become Mario. I'm Charlie. Hi, Mario. I'm Charlie. Imagine from SML. But yeah, I feel like, again, I do play Roblox. I play Roblox a lot, but it's like most of the games I play, you know, like Anton Blast, you know, Punch Out. Don't listen to him. You look great. But you kind of mastered his name. He's crying now. I'm sorry. Because you're silly. No, I joke. Oh. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to massacre his name. I apologize. It's just that he should know I'm really bad with names. I am bad with names that, like, don't sound, I don't know, like, that don't sound, like, hard for me to say. I butcher a lot of words all the time. I will add you. I am talking. But, I'm Charlie. It's Mom's old phone. What's your username? I'll add you. I think my username is Arekkusu 900, the same as my PSN, but I digress. But anyways, like I said, stress, because stress is important here, folks. My stress, again, comes from everything I just mentioned earlier. And I feel like if I dial it back, yes, it would relieve me of the stress a bit, you know, by not doing something every day. But I feel like it's just mainly like every video game I've ever played. It's my birthday, bro. Oh, it is your birthday? Happy birthday, man. Like, for example, Anton Blast, like I said earlier, Pizza Tower, you know, Super Mario 64. Like, a lot of games stress me out. A lot of games make me feel... You're like Mario behind you. Yeah, no, it's weird. But as I was saying, right? It's like, I don't know. I don't know what doesn't stress me out, at least to some level nowadays. You know, I started questioning that, and I started getting, like, more concerned, you know, about my own, not my own safety, but my own thing I got going on, you know, with how much stress I give myself. And this is all stress that can eat, and it's not stress from work, because I don't work. It's not like stress from doing this right or doing this wrong or whatever, so on and so forth. It's just the mere fact that, again, all this stress comes from what I do, and it's like, well, damn, I can put a cork in it, but it's kind of hard for me to put a cork in it, if this is what I love to do all at the same time. I love it so much. I love, you know, creating videos and live streaming stuff, gaming it up with you guys and all that stuff all the time. But it's like the thing that I stress out the most when doing. I stress out a lot when just gaming it normally, you know, on, off camera. Help thinking bad thoughts. Bro is dead. How is bro dead? What's your best game? I think my best game would probably be Luigi's Mansion. Even then, I don't do that game perfectly. Like the first one on GameCube, because I have it. I got it recently. Help, I'm thinking bad thoughts. Max like creepy stuff. Max like creepy stuff. Hi, how you doing? I am thinking... Oh, Jesus. Don't do that. Alright? Don't do that. Elisa, do not do that. That is not right. Should not be doing that. Mine is... Brooks Seaven. Like, that is what stresses you out? What's your religion? I believe in Jesus. I don't go to church. I don't do a whole lot of the other stuff that usually what every Christian would do. Charlie, don't do that. Right? Fuck sakes. My bad. But anyways, I do believe in Jesus and the Lord, but I don't really like do a whole lot of like other church things, like go to church and read about. I mean, I did try to read about them, but all the words in there were pretty confusing to me, and I didn't understand so much stuff that was in like the Bible because words I don't understand really kind of tick me off because because what I do is I try to understand everything. Or I try to understand everything around me to the best of my ability. And that also can sometimes lead into, I noticed this because, me and Dad were talking. I noticed that I like to try to understand everything. And by understanding everything, it's like it sometimes leads me to not really understanding or being overwhelmed by what the hell is going on. Hey, yes, Amateur, you're cute. Thanks, I guess. Nopkins given. Hey, Buff Corral, say what? Cheese and broccoli, okay. But anyways, you get my point, right? I feel like that's where my stress comes from, and it's like if I don't do it every day, I could alleviate that, but I don't know. I think it's something else. I don't have a phone. I don't have a phone or a phone. I have a phone, but I don't have a phone number because it's a phone without a SIM card, so I can't really call or do anything like that. But I feel like, again, with my stress, I feel like, oh man, it's complicated because I've been doing this for so long, right? Like the whole gaming, the whole this, that like, I feel like this has become like a natural part of me. Right? I don't know if you guys get that, but like, I don't know. That's what it feels like right now. It feels like it's become such a part of me because I've been doing it for so long and arguably like 10 years that it's like the stress, the anxiety of doing these said things every day. It sometimes gets to me and it's sometimes too damn much, but I keep going with it anyway because sometimes, 9 times out of 10, I can just push right through it and be like, I'm fine. But there's also other times where I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm realizing it's not fine. Well, actually, more like I don't really realize when it's not fine until it's too late. Like I'm already hulking out about something or I'm way more angry than usual. Like I've already snapped in a way, like I'm freaking out on people or I'm freaking out on you guys for all the stress. And, over the years, it hasn't really gotten much better. My stress levels hasn't really gotten much better. In fact, I would argue my stress levels have gotten worse because I feel like ever since Crash Bandicoot, so many things have started kicking off. Like, what I mean by that is like my stress level started kicking off, going really high, and now it's just normal for me to be extremely stressed out in situations in game, like on a regular basis. It's normal for me to be doing that, and I'm realizing when making this stream how not normal being stressed when playing a video game actually is. Because when you play a video game, you're playing a video game for fun. You're not playing a video game to be stressed out. You're not playing I mean, some video games do. Obviously, a lot of video games make you go through those emotions like anger because there's a hard bit in the game, or, it makes you feel sad because there was a sad moment, or makes you feel happy. Video games bring out all sorts of emotions in people, right? But it's like, if I'm feeling the constant rage and the constant stress, don't you think that is a little bit too much? for me? Don't you think that's a little much if that's most of the time all I'm feeling, and then maybe some enjoyment? Because, I realized this when I was playing Castlevania 3 today, that a lot of my time spent on it was more stress than it was fun. And as you guys know, whenever I play a video game for the first time, second time, third time, it's always kind of the same. Like, oh man, it's like I'm loving it, and then bullshit happens, and then it kind of ruins it. And, later in the game, like, the bullshit stops, it chills out, and then it's back to bullshit. It's like, I don't... Y'all, like, ever think that's weird? Like, a lot of people don't really do that, whenever it comes to playing a video game. Plague Double Dragon in the River City Girls 2. I've never heard of that. If you can read Quarren in 5 minutes, I don't push you, but do that. What even is that? I don't even know what that is. Do you want to see my face? I don't know. I mean, it's YouTube, so if you want your face as a profile picture, then I've seen it, or whatnot. I'm not really trying to go in there looking for people's profile pictures, I just want people to listen to me and we have a genuine conversation about stress, because that's what my experience is about. It's about stress and how to manage it. And I have videos. You don't know Quarren? No, I do not know. I have never heard of that until just now. There's a lot of things I don't know about because A, I'm not like outside all the time. Like I said, I'm in here live streaming, not in this closet, but I'm right there outside creating videos all the time and doing other stuff like all the time, right? To keep myself busy, because there's not a whole lot of reason for me to go outside, other than maybe walk my dog, or maybe if I want to go on a walk, listen to music and stuff, which I'm not going to lie, that sounds awesome right now. I would love listening to music, going outside for a while and just letting all that shit go. But it's like, it feels like sometimes, like, no matter how much I let go of that steam, right? In terms of that stress, like that stress, me being stressed out about what happened earlier, like, yes, it's gone, but I always get that feeling, just like my anger too, and this kind of correlates with that. It's kind of similar. It's always going to come back. I feel like my stress is always going to come back, because that's what I try my best not to think like that, but it always happens, right? Because whenever I play a video game or even touch it, the stress is there, like people, but it comes in multiple different forms and multiple different ways. Like, one, in that said game, I'm not performing well. I get a little stressed thinking about how badly I'm performing, or maybe the being too good is stressing me out. I need to balance that out by being a little bad or whatever, even though I don't really balance those out at all, but it's just an example, right? Like, I sit there whenever I play, like, if I'm getting pressured by getting staggered, by somebody fucking me up, it's like the pressure of that person fucking me up is a little bit too much. I can't bear that shit, which is why I broke and destroyed Smash Ultimate, which is why that's gone, is because I couldn't handle it anymore. I was done. And, Tekken 8 for a while there kind of brought me back, but now I'm realizing, like, dude, that's too much. That's unnecessary. You know what I mean? It's not my job to play Tekken, I'm not a fighting game guy. I should not make myself believe that I am a fighting game guy. You know what I mean? Research this Quarren, relax yourself anytime you want. Okay. I'll try my best to do that. But it's like, that's what I feel like all the time, whenever I get stressed, it's like that, I gotta charge my tablet. I'm gonna be sitting right here talking a bit more about it, because I feel like, this, okay, this should be charging now. Yeah, 14%. And, I noticed that, like, with every game I play, like, especially Anton Blast as of late, the latest game that I've played, I remember feeling so angry, so stressed that I'm performing so badly on Anton Blast compared to so many others. There were people telling me I'm so shit, and that, people coming up to me telling me I'm shit, even though it's my first time ever playing, the game, because I don't really do, like, second playthroughs on video games and stuff on YouTube. I usually only stream my first time and whatever, and then all the other times are, like, off stream or whatever. For the most part, anyway. Because I like blind playthroughs sometimes. You know, like, hey, how am I going to react to this? And it's like, I don't know. It feels like there's so much stress, but I'm also such a reactionary person, too. Like, I react to whatever's around me a lot. Like, what's my reaction to something? Somebody talking to me, someone in my vicinity, someone in my presence. It's like the amount of stress I feel when someone's even in my presence because I don't like being with people too much, like in public places and public spaces. I like kind of doing my own part and kind of going away, you know, for a while. But back to what I was saying about the biggest thing that stresses me out is the video games stuff. It's like, I don't know, I get stressed so easily and I always wonder why. And it's like, I think it's because of everything I went through. Like I said, you know, in terms of me being angry, because I mentioned this in my experience being angry, / having anger issues in my life. I feel like it's because of what I experienced is why I'm constantly so angry. Or so angry / stressed out all the time. It's because of what I've been doing to myself. You know, by getting myself into these crazy ass games I barely have an understanding of or no understanding of. And not expecting myself to do great or do like godlike or anything, but it's like, this Quran is in a Muslim religion. Oh! I had a homie that was Muslim. I had another boy that was Muslim, which was cool. Because I respect others' religions, too. I don't just sit there disrespecting religions. Because I think disrespecting religions is so fucking dumb nowadays. I don't get it why people even do that in the first place. Disrespecting other religions. So dumb. But, and I try my best, too, to, like, not be so stressed out when playing. But it just happens on a regular basis, and it's not even funny, bro. You know? And I try my best to be good. I try my best to manage. I try my best to not let it get to me. But it gets to me, again, so much and so easily as the years move forward that it's like I'm rage quitting stuff that I would have at least given 5 tries like a few years back, you know what I mean? Or I don't know, it's like I'm succumbing to my own stress. It feels like, and it's too damn much, which is why I deleted Tekken, you know, just a little bit ago, because I was like, you know what? I noticed this game is a big reason why I stress out right now. I'm going to get rid of it, you know, and this is also something that I do is usually if something stresses me out or makes me rage too much, I do my best to get rid of it. So, like, I can avoid that stress. You know, I can avoid, you know, that anger or that stress of that thing ever coming up into my life ever again because I need to go I feel like I need to go through these things and I need to realize like this level, this amount of stress from just playing something you're supposed to be enjoying is wrong. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, like how I've been going about it is wrong. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know why it's taking me like now and then now making this video for all of it just to click, but it's wrong. You know, what I've been doing to myself is wrong. You know, stressing myself out more by, excuse me, playing Anton Blast and going through different video games in different genres. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's fun and everything, but it's just wrong because whenever I stress out, you know, it just turns into anger and it turns into me, again, constantly suffering. You know, I suffer a lot when I play games. Name my experience that didn't have some sort of part where I wasn't angry at something, you know, or something didn't bother me, something didn't leave a bad taste in my mouth, something didn't make me go, You know what I'm saying? What is that noise? Fucking. Guess someone's annoyed me or something? Oh god. It's just constant. Dude, that scared me, dude. What is it? I just dealt with I guess the water's back on now. Or the water is coming back on because we had water issues throughout most of the day today. That's why earlier, I had to go because that sound was like, I thought it was the neighbors or something, but no, it was just the water. But my point is about my stress, it's like, it's really bad and it's becoming like a constant thing that I'm fighting against on a regular basis to the point it's make or break my day, when I go through these things. And obviously, I mainly go through it because I want to make something for you guys. I go through all of this. I feel like without this YouTube channel, I would have never, probably would have done Crash Bandicoot, because I wasn't really doing that for a video. But, I was doing Crash Bandicoot because I really wanted to grab all the platinums and 100% the game, But, obviously, you guys know that I go through a lot of this stuff. Like, I experience so much of the stuff because of, you guys, because of wanting to have a video, talking about these things and these experiences. That's why hence the name My Experience Videos and stuff. It's so much, like so many different things I'm experiencing all at once, like that it's overwhelming to me sometimes. Looking back, like how much stuff did you get stressed out on over the course of this year alone? Like, how many video games that stressed you? Dude, I'm getting so stressed about them. Like, I'm getting so stressed and angry about some of these games that, like, I do my best for a lot of these games just to fade in my memory. Fade out of my mind and fade out of existence just to not allow my brain to think about all the stress that these experiences, these video games have caused me over the years. Because I just want to see how a normal person would react to me, or how a therapist or somebody would react if they saw my stuff, if they saw what I went through on a regular basis, and probably wonder, like, what the hell is actually wrong with me, you know what I mean? And sometimes I ask myself, and I know there's probably tons of you guys out there that ask, what the fuck is wrong with me on a regular basis? Like, do I have some sort of mental problem? Like, obviously I have autism, ADHD. That's obvious. I do have those things. But I'm talking about other than that. Like, is there an actual problem? Why are you getting stressed but during every single thing you play. Like, why does everything you do feel like you're on the verge of being stressed out from it? Is it like a reactionary response to be stressed? I would love to figure that out. I mean, I wouldn't blame. I mean, sometimes my hand hurts too. Like, I get hand cramps from all this shit. Or like finger pain or joint pain, or my hands start fucking shaking like this. You know, by themselves, not like me making them do it. Like right now, I'm showing you guys an example. But like there are times where my hands would be like this after certain events, and it's like, how come I never sat down and asked, should I even be doing this anymore? You know what I mean? Like, not YouTube, but I mean, should I even be doing video games anymore? You know, it makes me question a lot of that stuff. Because people don't naturally like being stressed out about things. People don't like being angry about things. People don't like a lot of things, right? So it's only natural that I would ask these questions to myself sometimes about being stressed. But Simba Nades, welcome to stream. This is my experience about being stressed out and whatnot. And also Lucas, welcome to stream. My bad for not saying anything. Same with you, Levi. And Ayasha Olamari, I see that that's you. I see that now. And that's what's up. But, like, let me know what you guys think about, and this is why, I feel like, I think as well, like, people, like, legit help me out, right? Like, for example, whenever I play Undertale, you know, Lucas and Aaron, freaking, got a dude outside that has a horn that's wanting to drive by for food and extra things. But, and whatnot. You know, it's like, they want to help me with Undertale because they know how tough of a game it can be if I make the wrong choices. And you know what? I respect them a lot for that. Because I feel like a ton of you guys, and this is not just two of you guys, this is like everybody, but I feel like if everyone could, I feel like, because I've had multiple freakouts on streams before, and moments where I was so stressed out that like it's gonna overwhelm me. It's gonna burn me up inside. Like, I mean, and what I mean by burn, I really mean like I'm getting so hot, like due to everything. I might pass out. There's so much energy being put into whatever I'm doing or what the situation is that like I just can't handle it, or I can't control it, or something, or whatever, to the point it just ends up becoming bad. All around, it ends up becoming bad. And it's like, how do I stop that? By stressing myself out less, maybe playing games less, but then that is so hard because I don't have anything outside of it to do, it feels like. I mean, yes, I could clean, but it's like, that's not an option that's going to be something that's on the same level as gaming and whatever I like to do, you know? That's like my main thing I have an issue with. It's like, you know, I'm a guy who goes off of his interest, what he likes and wants to do. That's what he'll do instead of just things that are just going to be in the way until then, you know? And I know the stress won't ever truly stop, right? Because that's just a part of life. There's always going to be stress no matter what road you walk down in life. You know, you just have to face it. You just have to face it like I usually do, right? On a regular basis, I sit there and I deal with it because this is what I got myself into. Being a YouTuber that plays stuff, that does a variety of stuff. You know, this is what I gotta be built for. This is what I gotta do. You know, YouTube, I signed up for this. You know, I signed up being a content creator. And yes, I know I could always stop. Like, I could stop right now and end the channel, but obviously I'm not going to stop that because I love doing YouTube too much to just let it go. And I know that's kind of a bad message to kind of sit there and be like, well, all you got to do is sit there and deal with your stress, you know? But it's true to some extent. You know, I feel like when you're stressed out, sometimes you just got to talk that shit out with a friend or do whatever you got to do to get that stress out there and alleviate it and be away for it for hours upon hours on end, or maybe the rest of the day, depending on who you are. Or maybe a few days or a few weeks, you know, do something that doesn't stress you out or do something that doesn't make you feel like you're getting pressed or stressed about something or whatever. You know? And I try my best to negate that all the time by playing Kirby, by doing other things, but sometimes that stuff just doesn't happen, you know? Sometimes, you know, that some of that stuff doesn't work. Sometimes you just need to sleep. Sometimes you need to go on a walk. Sometimes you need to do something completely different that doesn't involve video games. Do something that helps the mind recover from all the stress. You know, like for example, Anton Blast is perfect, you know, like I wasn't figuring out level 8 of Anton Blast. No, Louis on a walk right now. He went walking because he really wants to play. Sometimes he goes on walks just to kind of be like, okay, well, I'm gonna be on PlayStation or something. I want the PlayStation, but he'll go and watch for multiple reasons. Is he mad? No, he's not mad. He just doesn't know what to do sometimes. In terms of doing something here, and sometimes fresh air is just necessary, which I feel like. Back. But yeah, I wanted to talk about my own stress, so maybe some of you guys can understand what it's like. Or if you watch the gameplays, you pretty much know what it's like on a regular basis. He doesn't like using the Switch. It's a mixed bag with him. He likes using the Switch, but then there's other times where he just doesn't like using the damn thing. You know, because I got a lot of games that are like he would like some games he would like, but not a lot at the same time. Because he just likes his PlayStation. What he has on his PlayStation. And he likes talking to friends while he plays his PlayStation, because he can't really talk to his friends and show them what's on the PlayStation if it's Switch. You know, or whatever. But anyways, I digress. Again, my own stress comes from everything that I do, YouTube related or gaming related. And sometimes I just need to step back from that. And once I do step back from that and be away from that for a period of time, I feel like I would be okay. But sometimes it doesn't feel that way, because once I jump back in, and this is something I want to talk about, and I feel like this is where people lose me, but when I talk about my stress and my anger and stuff, you know, my stress, my anger, because they can correlate and go hand in hand, but I feel like stress and anger are two different things sometimes, or most cases. I feel like whenever I do go back to doing that same thing I was doing before, like all that stress is just right back. It jumps right back in my body and it just resurfaces like it never left. That's why I'm like, what's the point of me taking a break now, being away from it now, when it's only temporary? You know, it's only for the next few moments before I decide, hey, let's jump back in it, or whatever. You know what I mean? It's to me, it's weird. You know, and I feel like a lot of people are like, well, isn't the whole point only to be away for it for a moment? And it's like, well, yeah, but it's like, for me, that stress just comes right back. It isn't like I am refreshed, but it's like all those stressful memories are still there. They're still really fresh in my head. It's like it feels like sometimes I gotta completely forget about what's going on for the stress not to be there sometimes. Think of Crash Bandicoot 4, like, because of the stress and everything I went through in that game, I can't even look at that game the same anymore ever again for the rest of my life. You know, after what it did to me. And it's like, I feel like I gotta completely forget, like, it's out of my brain. I've been away from it for so long that I forgot what it was like, just to, like, not remember that stress. But I digress. Enough about stress. I think I'm gone. Been talking for 40 minutes about stress and how I'm tired of it at some extent, but it's just the truth at this point. Like, it's bad. My stress is really bad. I know it is. But, and again, the same message from before. I just got to learn how to deal, with it. And obviously, I do deal with it. That's why I don't make my experience of being stressed part 1786. I'm only making it once to kind of give people like a general idea of what it's like, being me and kind of being just take a look at my shoes whenever I'm stressed out about something in game or stressed out about something that is not in game, that's IRL. When are you playing Roblox again? I have no idea. It is always so random when I get asked to play Roblox, or it's always so random when I ever feel like doing a Roblox stream. It's always a few weeks later or a month later or something, or I'm like, I'm bored. Let me do a Roblox stream. That's how it always is with like any sort of thing I got going on this channel. It's always something like, It's always random. It's always random with me because you guys know this channel is variety, so it's like it's random. Everything is random. Like, when's the next voiceover? Probably tomorrow, or the day after that, or maybe a month from now. I don't know. I did take a long hiatus from them until I came back with Shadow Generations dubs and Mike Tyson's Punch-Out fan dubs and stuff. But it's just all random. I can't guarantee a lot of things unless like I just straight up say, yeah, I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to deal with this tomorrow. Like, for example, later tonight, I'm going to come back with Anton Blast. And I'm going to make it a fact, right? Then it's like if I say something like that, it's like, okay, he's going to guarantee do it again. He's going to come back. He's going to play the game again. I know for sure he's going to do that. But if I'm like, maybe, that's like, he'll probably do it, but there's also a big chance he won't do it type shit. Just don't be the demon type of nigga and you'll be fine. Yep, I already know, bro. I already know. But anyways, I gotta get out of here. Talking so much hurts my stomach nowadays. Kind of makes me feel heavy. Been wearing this white hoodie jacket thing all day. Probably should take this off. Shower. Something just to refresh myself. Or maybe just say fuck all that and play Anton Blast, play level 9 and 10 and see what the game is more about. Since I literally beat, in the middle of Ronnie's stream, I got back on last night, or earlier today, and I beat level 8 like it was no problem in less than 20 minutes. And that kind of bothers me, which I'm going to have a whole, when I get back to Anton, I'll have a whole gameplay thing where I'm talking about level 8 and why I think it's so bad as a level, and why I got stressed out on the level so people can understand. Before I continue, like, the gameplay / the let's play and stuff of Anton Blast and shit. But anyways, thank you guys so much for listening about my experience being stressed or my experience being stressed out. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share with your friends. Let me know what you guys get stressed out about. Seriously, it did make me feel a little better, just talking about why I'm stressed or how I get stressed. Because I also want people to understand me more as, like, a person and whatnot and so on and so forth. Anyways, later, y'all.